In my own recovery journey, I think the universal theme is I always felt completely alone in the world. Even when I wasn't actually alone, when there were people around like family and friends, I still felt very alone. And when I came into recovery, learning to build personal, meaningful relationships with people, that was the beginning of everything for me. That is where ultimately I found freedom, was in relation to other people. I worked in a clinical setting for a number of years, and one of the things that I kept noticing was there was this huge deficit in terms of support. I tried to figure out how can we bring more support to bear on these clients, and how can we bring more mobile support in addition to the other facets of treatment. Flexible, spontaneous, creative support to help clients integrate into whatever facet of society that they're trying to successfully integrate into. And that's one of the beauties of it, is that it's so versatile, because we want them to feel like we're walking with them and not necessarily directing them. Hey, you need to do this, you need to do that. It's like, hey, how can we be supportive? I always ask clients, how can I be a resource for you as you're transitioning out of whatever treatment program? And also having that additional support while they're in treatment. I start working with clients oftentimes early on in their treatment journey, so I can come by and meet them and kind of start building a relationship. If there's a fundamental aloneness to addiction, it's completely impersonal. So if you think about it as a spectrum with completely impersonal and alone on one end, then there's personal and connection on the other end. And if you think about that spectrum, a lot of clients have spent sometimes the majority of their lives, sometimes their entire lives, on the impersonal, alone end of the spectrum. And sometimes it's really uncomfortable to jump from that to intensely personal relationship, connection. It can be disconcerting. So part of the relationship building process is about getting them comfortable, creating some movement on that spectrum towards the more personal, because it's very, very difficult to jump from one extreme to the other. So through the relationships that I hope to build with the clients, we can create some movement on that spectrum towards the end, where they're going to find sustainable recovery. Because healing and recovery only happens in relation to other people. Relationships are everything, which is why we decided to call it Relational Recovery Services.